I've always been a fan of Batman, but let me tell you, this time, the story is unlike anything you've seen before. Today, we're diving into the White Knight series, where the Joker, of all people, turns good. And get this, he doesn't just stop there. He actually puts Batman behind bars for his actions. And this is Joker and Harley love story. The story starts like this. Batman catches the Joker. Again, it's another chaotic chase through Gotham. But this time, the Joker says something that really throws me off. He tells Batman that he could defeat him anytime if he wanted to, and calls him the real problem in Gotham. According to the Joker, Gotham only tolerates Batman because they're afraid of him. And then, he pulls out these pills, claiming they could help him protect Gotham better than Batman ever could. Batman, clearly not in the mood for the Joker's antics, snaps. He grabs the pills and forces them down the Joker's throat. Fast forward a few days, and I couldn't believe what I heard next. The Gotham police doctor says the Joker is physically fine, but he's changed. Like, really changed. His personality, his demeanor, it's all normal. He even stops wearing makeup and laughing maniacally. When Jim Gordon and Detective Bullock go to check on him, they're stunned. I mean, who wouldn't be? The Joker looks human. And then he drops another bombshell. He says he's going to sue the Gotham Police Department. Why? Because of Batman. According to the Joker, Batman's vigilante actions, violence, destruction of property, and even unauthorized use of heavy weaponry have crossed the line. And the Joker? He claims he's just a scooter thief who got harassed. I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it. But the Joker was dead serious. He argued that the bat signal on top of the police building makes Batman complicit with the police force. And now, he wants to make Batman pay for every mistake he's ever made. The courtroom scene was something else. I'll never forget how confidently the Joker defended himself. He pointed out that he's been labeled a murderer and a psychopath his whole life, but he's never been charged with murder. Sure, he's committed robbery, but he's served his time. Meanwhile, Batman? He's out there causing chaos with no accountability. The Joker's speech struck a nerve with Gotham. People started questioning the justice system, and to my surprise, some even started siding with him. And then there's Harley. When she found out what was happening, she was furious. She tried to bring the old Joker back, but he refused. He told her he was done using and manipulating her. He wanted to atone for his mistakes, and even proposed to her. Can you imagine? But Harley didn't take it well. She slapped him hard, and for a moment, I thought that was it. But then, something unexpected happened. Harley's other personality emerged, knocked her out, and took the Joker to safety. The Joker's transformation into Gotham's so-called savior kept taking unexpected turns. After winning Harley over to his cause, he invited her to help him save Gotham. His plan? To expose the damage caused by Batman and convince the public that their hero was actually a menace. At one point, Joker gathered Gotham's most notorious criminals for a celebration. But it wasn't just a party. He secretly mixed Clayface's body parts into their drinks. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He had essentially weaponized them without their knowledge. Chaos erupted in the city center soon after. The rioting criminals tore through Gotham, and in the process, they destroyed Batman's library. Nightwing and Batgirl were forced to intervene, working tirelessly to restore order while Joker and Harley moved on to their next move. I remember the buzz when Joker and Harley broke into Mayor Hill's lawyer's office. They stole secret documents that Joker had hidden there long ago. He used this opportunity to hold a press conference, and what he revealed shocked everyone. Joker explained that Batman's reckless actions had caused countless injuries. Homes had collapsed because of collateral damage from Batman's battles. And worse, The Gotham City Council had been using its natural disaster budget to cover the repair costs. From the documents, Joker revealed that the total damages caused by Batman had reached an unbelievable $3 billion. He didn't stop there. Joker passionately called for public support to fight against Batman, framing himself as Gotham's true protector. But Joker's plan wasn't just about exposing Batman's failures. He sought allies too. One of the most significant was Lieutenant Duke, a former Special Forces officer who had built a community center to keep teenagers out of trouble. Joker promised to expand Duke's facilities so he could help even more kids. It was a clever move, appealing to Gotham's disenfranchised youth and securing Duke's support. Meanwhile, Neo Joker, an unsettling reminder of Joker's chaotic past, came into play. She teamed up with Mad Hatter to investigate what Joker was really up to. They discovered that Joker had stolen a mind control device and used it in conjunction with Clayface's body parts. It was chilling to realize that Joker could now control Gotham's criminals whenever he wanted. Neo Joker and Mad Hatter eventually tracked down a hidden room where all of Gotham's criminals stood eerily still, completely under Joker's control. It was clear that Joker had planned every move, consolidating his influence over the city. Duke, on the other hand, rallied the citizens of Backport to support Joker's bid for a seat on Gotham's City Council. It was surreal watching Joker give a speech about fixing Gotham's corrupt system. He promised better governance, improved facilities, and a stronger community. Surprisingly, people were genuinely enthusiastic about him. But things came to a head when Batman arrived to arrest Joker during one of his public appearances. The crowd turned against Batman, furious that he would disrupt their hero. Joker used the moment to his advantage, shouting that he would voluntarily go to the police station and invited Jim Gordon to negotiate. At the police station, Joker unveiled his plan. If elected, he would redirect the city's budget to create better facilities and form a special anti-crime force equipped with advanced technology. It was a compelling argument, and even Gordon seemed torn. But the peace didn't last. Suddenly, Gotham's old Joker, along with his band of criminals, attacked the police headquarters. It was utter chaos. In the midst of it all, they stole sensitive information about Batman and even sabotaged the bat signal. The Joker was unstoppable, or at least, that's how it felt at the time. After unveiling advanced crime-fighting equipment to Jim Gordon and the Gotham authorities, even Nightwing and Batgirl were convinced to join his cause. Seeing Batman's closest allies siding with the Joker was surreal. But behind the scenes, things were unraveling. From the stolen files, Neo Joker and Mad Hatter uncovered a link between Bruce Wayne's father and Mr. Freeze. They also found a map revealing the location of an old project the two had worked on decades ago. While all this was happening, Joker began to experience strange symptoms. The pills he had relied on to maintain his White Knight persona started to reject his body. He brushed it off as a simple stomach issue, but it was clear something more serious was going on. Joker, determined to solidify his transformation, asked Harley to train him in combat. In his mind, he had surpassed Batman in every way, except physical prowess. Harley agreed and began teaching him how to fight. Meanwhile, Neo Joker, Mad Hatter, and Poison Ivy made their move. They broke into Bruce Wayne's residence, looking for evidence of Thomas Wayne's connection to Mr. Freeze. What they found was astonishing. A map of a secret tunnel leading directly to Bruce Wayne's hidden location. Bruce, realizing that Neo Joker and Mad Hatter were onto him, feigned panic when they arrived. He pretended to be caught off guard, trying to buy time. But it wasn't long before Nightwing, now a member of Joker's special forces, learned about the theft and led a team to intercept Neo Joker and her gang. As the chase ensued, Bruce quickly donned the Batman suit and joined the pursuit with his own upgraded equipment. The chaos spilled onto Gotham's streets. The Special Forces managed to capture Killer Croc, Bane, and a few others, but Neo Joker and Mad Hatter slipped through their fingers. The battle ended with massive damage to Gotham Bridge. Jim Gordon was furious. Seeing the destruction, he gave the order. Batman was now a wanted man. The Special Forces were instructed to capture him at all costs. Neo Joker and Mad Hatter, using the map they had stolen from Bruce Wayne's house, discovered an enormous freezing weapon hidden deep within Gotham. The implications of their find were terrifying, but Jim Gordon's focus remained on bringing down Batman. In a desperate move, Jim pressured Nightwing to reveal Batman's identity, but Nightwing refused, unwilling to betray his former mentor. Instead, he struck a deal with Jim to help capture Batman another way. Nightwing and the Special Forces devised a plan. Using one of Batman's own vehicles, they lured him into a trap, a room filled with blinding lights that would disorient him. Jim, wearing an eye patch to shield himself, managed to disable Batman's car during the ambush. Injured but not defeated, Batman tried to escape. That's when Joker appeared, blocking his path. What followed was inevitable, a brutal fight between the two longtime adversaries. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Joker, trained by Harley Quinn herself, actually managed to take down Batman. It wasn't just a lucky hit or a cheap trick. He overpowered him, left him paralyzed, and sent him straight to prison. The tables had turned completely, and Gotham felt upside down. Meanwhile, Joker and Mad Hatter were preparing their final move. They had discovered an ancient freezing weapon from Victor Freeze's laboratory, tied to a project overseen by none other than Thomas Wayne. I had no idea there was such a dark history behind it. Turns out, Victor Freeze's father had worked alongside Thomas Wayne on this groundbreaking technology. But their partnership fell apart when the Department of Defense sabotaged Victor's father, wanting to turn his work into a weapon. Since then, the two men had gone their separate ways. Despite the fallout, Victor still regarded Thomas Wayne as a father figure, remembering the kindness Thomas showed him in difficult times. Back in Gotham, Jim Gordon and the Special Forces were preparing for their final confrontation with Neo Joker. But just as things were about to escalate, something terrifying happened. Joker's body started rejecting the pills entirely. His face and demeanor reverted back to his old chaotic self, and he erupted into uncontrollable laughter. It was like watching his White Knight persona crumble in real time. Harley tried to calm him down, but the transformation was irreversible. A few minutes later, Joker admitted to Harley that the pills were no longer working. Jack Napier, the sane, rational version of the Joker, was slipping away. He confessed to Harley that he had failed to save Gotham, and he wanted to give up. But Harley, ever loyal, refused to let him quit. She insisted there was still one way to fix everything: Batman. I watched in disbelief as Joker visited Batman in prison. Instead of gloating or tormenting him, he apologized and asked for his help to take down Neo Joker. To my surprise, Batman agreed. As they sped through Gotham in the Batmobile, Joker made a shocking confession. He admitted that the massive damage caused by Batman wasn't being covered by Gotham's budget, as he had claimed in his campaign. Instead, it was all being secretly funded by Bruce Wayne's company. It was a rare moment of vulnerability for Joker, acknowledging his mistakes and even expressing regret. The two unlikely allies then met Victor Freeze to gather more information about Neo Joker's whereabouts. Victor handed them an underground map, pinpointing where Neo Joker and the freezing weapon were likely hidden. The Special Forces were mobilizing, and Batman allowed his fleet of Batmobiles to be used for the Neo Joker chase. Seeing his vehicles spread across Gotham, driven by officers, was a strange sight. but it was necessary. As the preparations continued, Jim Gordon approached Batman, apologizing for his previous actions. Batman, however, brushed it off, insisting that Jim had only done what was needed to protect Gotham. Batman and Joker shared a car, an alliance that still felt unreal. Batman reminded Joker of his responsibility to arrest Neo Joker. As they drove, Joker suddenly began reverting to his old chaotic self. His sinister laugh echoed through the Batmobile. Batman demanded he control himself and return to being Jack Napier. But Joker, now fully himself again, smirked and told Batman to trust him. The chase began. Gotham's streets erupted into chaos as Batman, Joker, and the Special Forces pursued Neo Joker and the criminals under her mind control. The criminals fought back with everything they had, forcing the Batmobiles into high-speed combat. Batgirl made an incredible leap from her Batmobile onto Neo Joker's freezing cannon, where she faced off against Poison Ivy. Victor Freeze appeared at the critical moment, aiding Batgirl by disabling the cannon. Neo Joker, realizing her plan was crumbling, fled on foot. Joker, now fully transformed back into himself, pursued her relentlessly. He caught up to her, landing a devastating blow that knocked her mind control hat to the ground, shattering it. Instantly, the criminals under her influence regained consciousness, including Clayface, whose scattered body parts reformed. But Clayface, enraged by what had been done to him, turned his fury toward Joker and Harley. As the chaos continued, Joker briefly reverted to Jack Napier. He grabbed Harley, and the two escaped in a Batmobile, racing toward a massive gate. Joker, with an eerie calm, told Harley there was only room for one survivor. Before Harley could respond, Joker drove the Batmobile into the gate at full speed. The resulting explosion was deafening. When the smoke cleared, Harley stood amidst the wreckage, furious and grief-stricken, believing Joker had died in the crash. She turned her rage toward Neo Joker, catching up with her and delivering a brutal beating. Harley, consumed by anger, nearly stabbed Neo Joker before Duke intervened. He calmed Harley, revealing that Jack Napier had survived the explosion. Harley rushed back to Jack, finding him injured but alive. Despite his condition, Jack surrendered himself to Batman and asked Jim Gordon to take him back to Arkham Asylum. But before that, something unexpected happened. Jack proposed to Harley. The two were married in a small, bittersweet ceremony. However, as Jack stood at the altar, a familiar laugh escaped his lips. His demeanor shifted, and his face twisted back into the Joker's. The transformation was permanent. Jack Napier was gone, leaving Harley heartbroken, yet strangely resolute. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you enjoyed the story. If you want to read the comic yourself, the link is in the description.